What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my alchemy factory. It's been a couple of days in real life and in this game. I'm on day 135. I just kind of left this running for a while because I wanted to get research points, and we're now needing a lot of experience per relic. And it's equate to a couple of points, which has been great. I actually had them all, I just kept putting them into relic knowledge while I was doing that, just to get more experience out of each token. I've since taken it out to kind of reallocate things in here, where I think like having like the first two maybe in a lot of these would be pretty helpful. I'm thinking that like maybe we get a little bit more fuel and more fertilizer, because I think with as much fertilizer as we're going to need in the future, that row might actually be worth going pretty deep into it. So I'm thinking this, we get a little bit more sales, right? And a little bit faster belt. So I think we're at like 115, 120. 120 conveyor belt speed. And that should increase. Yeah, we're at 120 on here. Okay, that's not bad. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this setup. We are still limited by our wooden pulleys here, but it's not that big of a deal to me right now. I feel like maybe later on we can come through here and excuse me, you know, make this a little bit better. But as of right now, I'm pretty happy with it. I think, honestly, I mean, yeah, our fertilizer is probably, it's doing a lot better than it did before. I don't know if this caps out or not, because 120, I feel like it should be faster than 120, shouldn't it? But maybe maybe it just now lasts longer. I don't know. I should have looked at that number before I did this. Because I feel like 120 across all four of these should be maxing out these belts. I guess they're always kind of full down here, which isn't bad. 90 and 90. Okay, well, that's over here now. I've been, I clicked a couple of research tabs, so we now have metal stands, cannons, and steel gears. So I think in this episode, I want to try to make steel and try to figure out that pipeline. And then the next episode, we'll end it with the last potion. Mainly because I want to get cannons. I haven't had cannons yet, and I'm really curious on how those work. I think that they're a lot faster, and they go farther than the catapults. But I know they're going to be expensive. 4 steel and 4 gears, you know. Are gears a good that people are going to want? Goods type miscellaneous, yeah. So we're going to have to add steel gears into our setup. I did, okay, it's open. I had to shut down the store for a little bit because I actually cranked up the sales as well for a little bit, and people were buying so much turquoise that it was just completely emptying me out. And you could see that there's 2 stalls for it now because that's how much people were buying at a time. So I just wanted to give them options. We might take that back down. We'll see how our turquoise reserves hold up. I did for a split second try to have 2 assemblers going here, but then we're gonna have to double up on these guys because well, you know what? I might be able to do it now with fertilizer being a little bit more. Interesting. Yeah, so maybe 120 is the max. Because flax is usually ahead of sage, production-wise. Sage takes a little bit longer, but I don't know. Whatever. We're making around, or we were, with my previous stats, we'll see today, like 150k a day and spending about 70-ish. So we're still making a good amount of money with 60 gold. 60 gold, which is insane. Which I'm quite happy for. I think for steel, man, I guess we have room here, right? We got a doorway. We can do. I'm hoping we can get away with steel. I don't know anything about steel. I don't know how long the process is gonna be. Oh, we got chandeliers now. That's cool. But I know steel. Let's look at the goods. I think we're gonna need to make coke, right? For steel? Yeah, coke powder. So iron and coke powder into an anathanor. Thanor? Thanor. The fuck? Hey, that's a weird word that I've never come across until this game. Advanced Anathor. The chance of failure. It has 2 conveyor outputs and failed outputs go through the second. Okay. So we have a 25% chance of getting steel and a 75% chance of iron. So we have to just, I guess we're recycling iron back in through it, which I guess is not a terrible thing. And then we can use steel to make steel gears, but we're also going to need steel for building things as well. We need it for our cannons. We need this to sell. So I'm thinking right from the get-go, let's make 2 things that can do steel. Right? So we're going to need 2 of these guys. And you're going to need... I don't know how much coke is going to last in there. Heat value of 858 is crazy. So let's start with making coke. Which is going to be in one of those. And then it has a 50% chance of making coke or charcoal. So we can send charcoal back through a grinder to make powder and recycle it that way. It needs 6 powder in there to make coke. Okay. Or we could do coal and a crucible. But coal's expensive. Coal is very expensive, but it would be... Because I think coal... Isn't coal like 6 grand? Granted, like once you got it, like 4,800. Ah, man, that is so expensive. And then, it's 1 coal to 1 coke? Coal ore and a stone. Oh, okay. Okay, so it grinds it up like the other ones. And you get 120? Per coal ore? Is that what that is? Were these numbers always here? Let's look at 150 every 456. Okay, so yeah, that's not the every 360. What else do we have that's around that here? Okay. I mean that makes it a little bit better. But I'm thinking that like we could recycle it easier, right? Because like we can make charcoal powder so easy and it's cheap. But what was the percentage? It's 50-50. 50-50 and we lose a little bit of charcoal, but that's not a big deal. I don't know. How are you guys doing this? And then that goes into a grinder. Yeah, you're asking for stuff I don't have. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's going on here, because I think I could pull charcoal from here. I don't think that this is using too much. I mean, like, it's using a good amount, right? But it's lasting a little bit longer now. Or maybe we just throw a third one on here. No. It's not complicated because we might need our own line of stuff. So if we're gonna do that, then we need to build our own charcoal power system here. Ah, man. I really want the ability to put down a ghost blueprint, right? And be able to shift it. I really feel like this game's missing that. Because, like... Also, the bulk clone thing being in the way is annoying me. Okay, yeah, no, I think this is lined up. Yeah, there we go. And then instead of having another one of these guys, I'll just pull this line here. But I'm going to get a couple of blockers for that. And yeah, let's go do that. So one-time payment up front of some logs, but that's okay. Actually, you know what? I probably could have grabbed some blockers for these guys and pulled the wood off of there, but it's whatever. Damn, and 3. I'll throw it in here. Okay, so that's going. And... yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. Okay. So that's cooking now. So now we have charcoal powder. So now we need to throw that into one of these guys, which I think probably needs to be on top of a furnace as well, huh? I doubt that this is heat consuming speed. Yeah, so it needs to be on a heating device, which is unfortunate. So we'll just do... I don't know how many I'm gonna need, but I'll just put 2 down for now. Let's see. This is not as much charcoal as I was hoping it was going to be. And then these two, this guy to here. Cook, please. 180 a minute at once. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna hit that. I think with our increased conveyor belt speed, it might have slowed it down a little bit. So we want to... Okay, so Coke's gonna come out on the right side. Let's flip this. So we'll get rid of that, and we'll grab this, and then press T. Then the 2 yellow are in the middle there, which means this is going to be our charcoal line. And then we will throw into some grinders. Hey, Athena. You gonna step on my keyboard? I'd appreciate it if you didn't. Grinder, grinder, grinder. Where are you? I'm out of wood. Wait, no, our trash can. Our beautiful trash can. So I'm thinking we could probably get away with like 2. Okay, so we have some. But man, that is sucking up all the charcoal from this one. Interesting. What part of my thing here has affected this? Because this used to be able to keep up. 45. And these do 22. I guess no. We just need more wood? Do we need like a third one somewhere in here? I mean, that's gonna saturate that whole thing there. If we add another one here. Is that even going to be enough? 22 and a half each. So this is 45. 45 plus another 22 and a half, which is going to be 67 and a half. So 67 and a half. Our grinders are probably going to be the next. Honestly, this conveyor belt's now probably like one of these should be the one that goes around, and the other one should go straight to grinders. So maybe we put like 3 grinders here. And instead of this line combining, it goes to these guys. And then what? That? No, see, that's not enough. It needs to be more grinders than that. Okay. As long as that line is always moving right there, that should be good enough. And then these guys should keep this stocked no problem. Okay, so does this keep up now? Okay, it paused. Why are you pausing? Oh, you're not getting enough fuel down here. Oh. Okay, well, what if you have fuel? 14, 12, 10, no. Okay, so you can't keep up either. Okay. Interesting. So we have two problems here. A fuel problem with this guy, right? And then... Or... we could just run them through crucibles. Right? And you get 1-to-1, and we use coal. Like if we instead put like a coal thing, I guess we could keep it on this line, and like have another line of furnaces here, and then all the charcoal goes into these furnaces. Then we might be all right. Oh, you're just not even getting fuel down there. Weird. So if you have coal going in through the left slot, it's more likely to come out the left slot instead of splitting half and half. So because that these are going out there, we're not getting any fuel. So if I do that, then that right line... No, it's still the left. Huh. Why is it prioritizing just the left? So the throughput goes to the left, and only when it has extra inside of here does it split. That's so odd. Okay, I'm not sure I like this design. Even with like full charcoal, it looks like here, we're not going to be able to feed one single machine enough to keep it happy. I guess what we could do is run that way. So at least it's getting like some fuel from a different source too. Okay. Now it's going down just ever so slightly. Oh no, maybe. Oh, I saw 7. Okay. Earnings 200K. Not bad. That's a new best. 64K. Okay, you know what? I think if we're doing 200K, we can buy charcoal. We can do charcoal. But we're gonna try to keep it smart, right? So we're gonna have a portal be right up on it. Sorry, coal. Right? So let me go just buy one manually, and let's see what that looks like. Oof. Oof, that's expensive. Oh man, that means that this line over here is going to be getting hit. That's okay. All right, so this is going to be producing what? 30. Okay, so it's doing 30, and we need to crush it, right? So, it needs to turn into coal. Oh wait, no, that's straight out. Straight out and into a crucible. Okay, so it's a similar situation to this. Okay, so except for we need fuel, so we'll bring it in from that side, right? And then we'll throw So I'm hoping that one of these could keep up with it, right? And then let's stop all this, right? Because this is not working out. Although the 4 grinders up top, actually, we should probably keep those. And I think what we'll do instead of that is let's get rid of this so I can see down there. I think what we'll do is something like this instead. And then 6. We do that, right? So it all goes into here. That way we can bring a line out this way. We could bring a line out that way. Maybe, I don't know. Like, it's still like, it's not as efficient as I want it to be. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm using something that's actually like legitimately using the power, you know. We'll get rid of this. We'll throw this guy into there, and then we'll have another little razor here. In case I want to throw a second one, which I probably won't do because I'm kind of gearing this towards this only being the only way. Can I get... Oh. Nope. There we go. Yeah, because if I guess I could space out like another one like here. And then I still have room. So we'll try to keep that in mind. I won't have the entrance or the fuel input be that side while I kind of theory craft this. And then so we can bring out these guys. We'll bring them out the other way. Out this way. And we'll just bring it back down. Right? Yeah, sure. And then that can go into a chest on its own. So if we throw coal into here, we're going to get 30. So we'll see 15. Okay. So, man, I hate that. I hate that so much. Because that means we just need 2, right? We just need 2 here. And then if we do another one, then we just need 2 there. Okay, but we're getting coke now. 1 for 1, which I guess is not bad. And we'll just replace this coke. Ooh. How can I get this in there? Is there a way that I can like shift click that in there? No? Okay, well, whatever. And we have an abundance of powder, it looks like, maybe 57, 58, 60, 61. Yeah, it looks like we're going up. So we could probably do 2 of these. We don't have room for 2 of these crushers, so we might need to build like a little structure to kind of make it vertical. Or we put one of these like on this side here. Right there, you know, and then hoist it up. That might not be too bad. But then we got to bring money over here too. Just, man, that stinks. But whatever. It is what it is. Okay. So we have coke production. Let's call that a win. I'm going to burn through it before I'm even done with anything else, probably. So let's Grab some blockers so we're not paying for extra coal. Even though it's a one-time purchase, I still don't want to do it, you know? If I can... Let's grab a couple. And then we need money. So I think, yeah, that's my free one right here. So definitely not going to be able to make it all the way. That should work. That was close. Okay. God damn, how many are you gonna buy? You've bought one. Okay, you stopped. Thank God. All right. So now that we have coke, we need to make coke powder, I think, for steel. Yeah. Which is going to be in one of these things. So we could use fuel from this, right? In fact, I'm probably going to pull it from that line because I don't trust the chest anymore. So we'll pull from this line into a furnace somewhere. I gotta grind these first. Do we want to keep going straight? I think we do. Yeah. Let's use up this space. Grinder. Okay. Didn't want to do that, but that's okay. We'll just go out one more. Okay. Those are ground. And let's elevate these guys over this. Into a furnace, and then into one of these bad boys. And we're gonna recycle on that side. Make steel. That's right, we need iron. I think my iron is all the way over here. Yeah, that's where my iron's at. Is it worth it to send iron out back that way? I think it might be, because like this isn't being used a whole lot, right? And we could probably, you know, grab some off of that line and send it out that way. Because it's only, well, no, you know what? I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm just gonna make one over here. Okay, so we need, wait, no, because then that needs fire too. Shit. That needs fuel as well over here. We're gonna be splitting a lot of fuel in between these things. But I guess it is what it is, right? Iron. This guy. Okay. And then I guess we'll do like a little shimmy here. But then we're going to take out iron from this side to recycle it back in. So I guess it would have been better for me to put it on the other side, but that's okay. So if we throw some in there, oh my gosh, it's so fast. Holy cow. Okay, so we're not going to be using a lot of iron here, I don't think. This is just, I guess, supplemental, which probably means I can pull it. Shit. I think I'm just going to pull it over. I think I'm just going to pull it over. It saves us from splitting our fuel more, right? And it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. We can bring it over. So we want to line it up to like here. So we, oh, wait, no, I got my blueprint of max distant catapult. I'm out of nails. See, now this iron thing's gonna be going. That's not a hopper. That's the hopper. Oh, come on. Come on, just because it's a little off. There we go. Oh, you're... That's right, because it's a blueprint. It's automatically set. Aha! Okay, you now have a bigger purpose. And I think too, like with the recycling, it's gonna like, now that we've like buffed it or buffered it, it's gonna recycle its own steel or own iron through here a lot more than what it's gonna be needed. So I think that this is gonna be perfectly fine. I think, you know, we'll see. So that's, oh, Jesus Christ, is that really like the setup for just one steel? So I'm gonna need to, and you're only giving me 5 steel a minute, and I'm sure the gears, they're gonna want a ton of gears. 16 seconds for a single gear? Is that really true? Oof. Okay, so maybe we close the shop down a couple of days and let it build its stock, and then we'll be good, because then we can just grab a couple. Because as of right now, I think all I needed is for cannons currently. But I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so... And then bring you down. And now we have steel. Awesome. And then I'm hoping, I mean, once things like die back down for the iron, I think like once it's done making nails here, yeah, it's already pretty much caught up. It'll be fine. We'll back up on the iron, and it'll be fine. Now, if we want to use that same line for 2 of these guys, I don't know. It might be still okay. But I guess we won't know until we... Are we running out of coke? Or are we making more than what we're using? Because if so, it looks like it. It looks like we are making more than what we're using. And these do 7.5. Maybe we can get away with just throwing a second one here. Boy, that takes forever. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's let's just play around with that idea, huh? Just play around with that idea. We're going to grab fuel from here because it's right there. Why not? I guess we'll set it up the same way. So we have steel coming out of here, though, which is beneficial because that means we can just do that. And then from here, we can just be a little parasite off of that line, right? And I'll fill it with some already. That way it has some. That line backs up. And then we just need to take coke from over here and bring it over there. That's not that difficult. Then we have 2 steel. Right? And then they go into the same spot down there. Ooh, 165. 40 grand less than the day before. That's all right. Okay, so yeah, we were backed up on iron ingots over here, which is a good thing. We need to grind more coke. It is kind of crazy how slow this is, but I think we get like advanced grinders like later on too, which will be fun. There. That way it joins up on the same spot where they split. And I probably... Oh, I didn't take any. Okay. Alright, so that should be good, right? Let's see how this is looking now. Oh, we're definitely going down. But that's fine. I put that many grinders to just increase the throughput. That's it. Who knows? Once it backs up, if it backs up, like, we'll be good. It's not going down super fast. Because I guess we're at 30, right? So if we're at 30, yeah, so we can get away with doing 2. It's just going to be, that's going to be our slowdown between these two because they're 22 and a half. So, which means we need another 15 out of here, but to do that means a second crusher. Which, fuck, that's not that bad. That's just 1 extra coal, right? It's just 1 extra coal. But we'll let this run. I'm not going to bother it too much. And then we can pull our our thing out of here. And can I get away with putting one of these here? I think so. Oop, was that the right way? Not enough space. What do you mean? What do you mean not enough space? Oh, it can't get rid of its iron ingots. It's got too many iron ingots. Interesting. Very interesting. You don't have that problem. I wonder if I should... Ooh, that might be an idea. So what if we... Hold on. This is getting a little messy, but hopefully you guys will follow along here with me, right? So instead of this connecting directly back there, right? What if it goes all the way around and connects there instead? So then it has to go through the full loop. It feeds this one, then it feeds that one. Because then hopefully it stops this line right here from getting it from our extra source. I actually really like that idea. And it looks like it's gonna work. We'll see. Okay. I want some of these steel ingots. So I say we branch off and take maybe a quarter of them. So if we want to do that, this becomes 50, right? And then we got to rejoin it to itself like that. And then I can put a chest here. I'm just going to put a baby one. Just so we get some steel. And our gears, what is our gears made with? A processor. Wonderful. Let's see. We do that, and you are making steel. You need 5.6 a minute. And have room on that belt over there. But do we run it all the way down there to go to that belt? Or do we just use this door? I think we just use this door and then maybe we start putting some shelves like this instead. Maybe this line. Ooh, actually, wait. We can make a cannon now, can't we? We just need gears and some steel. An advanced catapult with no angle restrictions, longer throw distance, and 2 conveyor belt inputs. Okay. That's pretty sick. So I saw a little trick that you can actually shoot through walls. You just have to set up the line before the wall is up. However, I don't think cannons right now is economical enough for us to use for 3 inputs here. So I'm thinking we still use catapults, I guess, for that. Probably the better option. Like, so if we wanted to put a wall here, right? So we can bring these chests like back to like here, or these shelves. And now that we got room for a wall there, I guess we'll just keep going straight. I mean, this is going to be a shit ton of gears there, right? That's okay. But then, see, now that that's set up, we can put a wall here. And I can't show you until another gear comes, but it should still work. So you can have, like, hidden... Yeah, see, there you go. Which, I like that sort of, like, I don't know, video game jank. So all of these shelves, I kind of want to push them out. So I can put a wall here, because unfortunately walls are snapped, you know. We can't just put them wherever, which is unfortunate, but I get it. And then hide all of our stuff back here, so you only see the shelves on the inside of the shop, which I really like. But then I can't do that here, because then the shelf is going to be here, and it's going to be blocking a walkway, you know? So, I don't know. I don't know. Not too worried about it. They have to walk a long distance too, which is another thing I'm not a huge fan of. I kind of feel like I want to consolidate and push everything more closer, like into the center. I think I talked about this. Because I think with cannons now, since they can go a longer distance, I'm wondering if we can get away with doing shelves in the center here, like this. You know? Which I think would be much nicer. We could get away with doing that by putting our catapults up top. And then we have the length, right? I don't know. I'm at a point now where I'm like itching to like redesign again. Which is going to be like me tearing everything apart. Gosh. We might even be able to do 3. Steel is so slow. Is there an upgrade that increases the ability of getting a secondary output? Doesn't look like it. That's okay. But we have steel and steel gears now, which I'm pretty happy with. I think the next goal now is to do transformation potions, which I think we'll do that here. Because we haven't used this side for anything other than turquoise, which is sold out again. I think I'm going to get rid of this second one now. And bring it back to just the single. And then they're just going to have to deal with the fact that there's probably no turquoise in. It's because I increased the sale thing here. Like customer purchase increase. 25%. We're at 75% increased amounts, right? Which puts strain down the entire line. Or maybe we just double up on turquoise. It's not that hard. This is a pretty simple setup, right? All we need is just 2 more nurseries, and then we can have double the amount of turquoise out there. Yeah, that's probably the better thing to do. We have the room here, so like we can just... actually, we don't need to copy this line because we'll have to redo it. Do want to copy that, right? Don't have the seeds. We don't have the clay. Let's go get a seed into clay. Dos. Man, it's been a while since I've needed clay. Do I have a box for it anywhere? I do. No. I do. And put it right next to it like this. What do you mean errors? Oh, right, I can't because this conveyor belt was hitting that. And I'm out of wood again. Dang. I mean, that's like free wood over there though, so I'm not mad about it. Here we'll put in 2 of these guys. Healing potions, and then we need sand. Sand, we might need to... Each one requires 4, is that what it is? 7.5. Honestly, feels like 4 is not even enough. 5? See, this seems like something I should stack, right? Let me see how long I've been recording. Okay, we're about an hour right now. Let's see if we can't figure out a way of making a stackable sand thing, right? Really quick. Because if I can get like 2 or 3 of those together, that would be really helpful. So can we do this? Mini shelf? I don't think you could put these guys under here, can you? Oh, you can. Okay. You could put 2 of those under it, right? And then... Oh, I went 1 too high on that side. Okay. We put some grinders here. I don't have room for it. Okay. I want 5, right? I think 5 should keep up with the output of that. So maybe we need to do the 2 shelf thing. Maybe we grab another shelf. This whole shindig. And then oh, no, because I want you connected. Okay, well, let's do this then. Well, you know what? Actually, it might be better if these are connected like that. Because we don't really know if it's gonna need it or not. So if we do that and we steal 2 limestone, right? Okay, 200k. Man, they are killing my turquoise though. Killing it, but it is our biggest seller money-wise. So I kind of like this machine, and then we have an output right there, right? It's not hugely space compacted really, but it's not bad. Yeah, we're gonna be able to keep up with that, no problem. I kind of want it to back up just to see how it handles the rest of the stuff. But it looks like our first like couple is gonna be able to handle it no problem. Which is really weird because like why is this backing up when it has 4? There's plenty of room on the belts, right? Plenty of room on the belts. But like if we start taking the sand, is it just because it got backed up one time? Surely that can't be it. Okay, well, you know what? I'm happy with this, so I'm just gonna call that done. Here's your sand. Here's some sand. And then we want to save this. So blueprint. And then wait, how do I input? So stone is gonna have to come in through the back here. That. And then I guess we could put a portal here. I don't have one, so we'll keep it out of the blueprint just to make it cheaper. Copy all that, and we are going to confirm and save as blueprint and double sand. tower. I guess that's just like a color thing. And your footprint is what, like 3, 6 wide? Okay. So I'm thinking that we tear apart our whole sand situation here, right? I know. We're dropping a bunch of stuff off. I guess that's not a great storage spot. These guys. Oh my gosh, it's so much limestone. It's so much. We're gonna have to like load the lines before we let it do that. And then for you, we'll get rid of you for now and see about. Well, first off, how about we just cut this. Okay, so my sand output is on the same side as where I put in my stone. That actually should be reversed. I'm just now realizing. Oh shit, okay. Whoops. So we're gonna move this to the other side. I'm out of rope. Been doing a lot of rope work. Okay. That looks nice. A little bit better. I mean, like, I don't like that there's one little stick out bit right there, but that's okay. No, not bulk delete. What we're gonna do is blueprints, double sand tower. We are going to delete that one. New blueprints. And then we are going to confirm and save as a blueprint, double sand tower. Beautiful. Oh man. Almost put 2 back here. Ooh, can I put 2 sideways? I need room for awesome. Okay, I need 2, 4, 6, 8 blockers. Well, you know what? I don't, because we have so much stone already that we can just feed it in there. Just barely enough room just to get this one. Let's do. Yeah, and then we'll do a little. Oh shit, that's right. Just to feed those lines, get them all back into the system, and then we'll set up a pay portal. Man, I wish these were smaller. That's what I get for being so compact. Can we move this guy back? We can. That'll work. We just gotta redo these belts. And I've done the same thing that I just got rid of, but we're gonna put these back on to a belt. Okay, I'm just gonna have 3 extra. Okay. So much extra sand on me. Okay, so that's 4 things of sand being pulled through, and I think once the belts get going, we should be good. Honestly, we could probably, once we get another point, go for another belt speed. But it's looking pretty good. We're not super backed up. Yeah. Not bad. All right. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's a nice little compact thing. And it's still easy to see like where things are going and what things are doing. And I'm hoping we can keep up with the 90 a minute that it wants. I don't know. It doesn't necessarily look like 90 a minute. That almost looks like 60. Yeah. I wonder how we can fix that. I wonder how we can get more. Because I think that's the thing that like doesn't make much sense to me, is that my conveyor belt speed is 120, right? I guess I can't do 90. I can't do 180. Okay, that is my problem. That is the problem. I need another point. I need our belts to be at 180. Which, if we're at 120, that means we need another 60. Which is, holy shit, that's like 4 more points in logistics. Okay, so that's the issue. So maybe if I bring that line separate to like I think we need probably another one of these guys out here to help supplement more. I don't know. I'll let it run for a little while and I'll let you guys know. And we'll see how it works out. And if not, we can just add more. I think we have the space over here. I can move these stairs because I think the stairs might be, I don't know, I could probably put 2 like right here. I think it would be all right. But thanks everybody for watching. If you guys like this, leave a like, comment or something, you know, I appreciate it. Man, how's this working out? We're backed up again. We are backed up again. Interesting. That's a problem. I don't know how to prevent that. Because these guys keep filling it up here when we don't need it. Right? How do you stop that from happening? I don't want to throw away iron, you know. I don't know. I'll have to look this up to see how people are doing steel without it like backing up like that, because you would think with it being able to recycle 16.9 you'd slowly run out, right? But like, how do you provision it? I guess maybe you have to use like the priority splitter somehow. Like, I'd have to put the priority splitter on this line here so that this line, this iron line, is the priority one. And this is secondary. That's what I want. I want this one to be secondary on this. Okay, I'll do some research and toy around with some stuff, and I'll let you guys know in the next episode. Thanks. Bye-bye.